Alrighty then, hello everyone. Welcome back to what will probably be the last XF stream, since I know I'm getting really close to the ending. Hold on a second, let me just do a little mic test real quick. Alright, seems like desktop is a little too loud. Alright, that should be better. Alright, how does that sound? Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna go to the story mode. If you remember from last time, Dr. Shu was killed, and it was really sad and tragic, and once again we were depressed and recessed. Time to do some racing. That's the best way to get your mind off the homicide. Alright, so the reason I said we're quickly approaching the end of the game is because we got all the upgrades for the fighter guy. We got all the fighting upgrades, and also because we're literally on the last 2 cups, which is the outer cups. So I actually might start speeding up my gameplay here, because I know the last portion is going to be like one giant segment. So this will probably be the longest stream. Strap it, boys and girls. Alright. But yeah, crazy how they brought up the murder was a hate crime. Don't see that too much. I guess even in the future, hate crimes still happen. Can't get away from that. Alrighty. Woo. I'm curious what Single's whole deal is, because so far 2 people that he wanted to do the XF League with have been killed, but he hasn't done anything about it, which is interesting. Also, wow, they actually caught up to me. Forgot the rubber banding on this map is pretty insane. Like, the CPUs just rubber band like crazy on here, which I guess is fun. That was a perfect music sync. I love that. As you can see, going blindly fast makes this significantly harder, but gosh, that first place CPU just completely rubber banded past everything else. How much money do I give it? Oh, I got a new sponsor. Oh, I got a lot of new sponsors. Okay. Let me go do that real quick then. Yeah, these should be the last round of sponsors. Huh. Wait, these are both level... No, Pack 3 level 1. Pack 2 level 3. This is confusing already. Alright, even more money. Alright, let's get some more money from each job, which we can just opt to go into. I wish I could do that. Opt to go into work whenever I wanted to. That's pretty cool. I don't know how they stay in business, but I guess they just deal with it. Ooh, difficulty 7. I really like that things are ramping up. Also, my color looks pink in this light. How to use overdrive? Just a little. For those who are watching, as always, tell me what is your favorite track so far in the story mode, as well as who's your favorite character, because there's honestly a lot of good characters in this game. Definitely Dr. Shu is up there, Digigirl, even the Wolfman, despite his death being super random. I guess not random, but it wasn't... I didn't see his death coming at all. they definitely decided to take storytelling in this game a lot more seriously. I'd say all his games have serious storytelling attempts, but this one's quite a fair bit above everything else. I would say the best story is Spark 1 still. Spark 3 I'm not really a fan of because it's weird simulation thing. Like, I know a lot of people like that, but it kind of was like that plot twist. Oh, spoilers, by the way. Plot twist of Spark 3 was that the entire game is a simulation, which I didn't. It's just kind of a lazy, played out sci-fi thing. I would much rather like to see the collapse of the society rather than just everything was already done before. But hey, that's just personal preference. I know some people really enjoyed it. But if y'all don't know other Lake Perfect games, this one is his first racing game, even though he's experimented with racing games in the past with XF Drive, which he canceled. But this one is pretty dang good racing game. Alrighty then. He's like level 7. Just the no match. I still have to see what that rubber banding map's all about, because like, that's the same time I lost in that map. Or second time I lost in that map. Wow, that gets you a lot of money. That's a lot of money, actually. No wonder they block it off. Running towards Saturn. Alright, next Grand Prix, here we go. I'm gonna start skipping the cutscenes, so like I said, we're gonna have to start speedrunning this. If we want to beat the game, or the rest of the game by tonight. One more to go. Alright. August 3rd, let's continue. Hey, I'm just going to say this once, and this is how. I'm just going to say this once, and this goes for everyone here. I'll be at the usual beat spot tomorrow. Be there if you want to be trusted. This game has already taken 2 lives. I will be dedicating myself, so no one will be taken. Even if we end up losing at the end. At least I will die knowing you do your caution best at it. I will see you all there tomorrow. Alright. I'm surprised no one actually from did try to kill me, so kind of just whatever. Looks like he isn't showing up, so I'll start. What do you think that? Maybe he gets stuck in traffic? Well, he's not going to show up. A few days, he broke into Shell's apartment and he beat the mess out of him. Not to mention he broke the door, which he later attempted to fix. He's too embarrassed to show up. That's so funny. We're doing something similar. We're doing something similar back in my day. It took me months before I was able to face the guy again. You make that big of a screw, it's hard to own up to it. You broke into someone's house and tried to murder them. Not this again. Give me my quite boldly in your face, especially around someone you intend to kill. Not to mention he's a suspected murderer. Oh, who? Wolfman? Please. Get a grip. We all know that he didn't do it. You also suspect him. I suspect him because you didn't have a single proof evidence that he didn't do it. I don't know about you, but I don't think so. He's innocent. Wolfman was an instigator. It isn't self-defense as far as I'm concerned. Well, but if you went, so I guess you won't forget. You know, that one time I almost killed all of you, closely planned to me, and that you're still on to me. There no reason to be inside? No, the opposite. What do you mean? When you guys figured it out, this game is specifically designed to make Shell suffer. You're finally sinking in, but it's in. Hey, that one weird one time. It doesn't make any sense. How would you figure it out one day? You're the nerd just far enough. I think you know what she means. What is it? This whole year has been a good nightmare. There's the audacity to say that. Emotionally, you all want to be suffering. But you never mention anything about the suffering in the show. There might be something special about show that has warranted this whole game. Also, is he gonna kill the robot? What is wrong with confused with that? It's like, Anna doesn't care if she like dies. She's a robot. She just be killed. Is he gonna track down Anna's master? Because that's confusing. I think I can speak for all of us. Or which like, if we were tutored for a whole year, we would have already been broken by now. But Phil, he's fundamentally different. He's saying he ain't like us for real. Bell superhero, it doesn't require action. What about taking his alleged design ability to account? I see. Is her tongue blue? That is weird. Should I put this all into a death game and we must fight? We must also show. Also, of course, it's races, so that's the way to get everything to interact now. Because if so, then it definitely worked. And he messes everyone else. So don't forget the leaderboards. Not to mention, Single said he would cover up the deaths of anyone who Shell tried to kill. That's crazy, bro. We come to realization. I know what rest is. But you focus on getting everyone to stay alive that were restricted. Consider this. The kill superhero abilities and Single's protection. It would be trivial for Shell to kill us at any point. And with Single forcing us to partake in races, it means we won't be able to run away at all. Focus the game was when someone who's going to kill. It wouldn't have been much of a game to begin with. Precisely. Shell won't kill, and Single knows this. Which is why the game is set up this way. But why this? Okay, the problem is why is Single? His motivations make no sense. This is a game that does that make sense to the well, I guess you can't really kind of thinking like a psychopath. I grew up in the songs of fighting all over you. That's sort of crazy. Occasionally there would be this one type of guy. Every birds of you don't pair that with a small crowd of intelligence, and you get someone who's going to destroy someone's life from the inside out. First they start by spreading rumors, getting them to lose their friends. Then they go as far as threatening their family members or spreading misinformation that you're hopeless of bad people. Or by literally start making your life worse and worse. You lose everyone you cared about, your life becomes a living nightmare. To the point that some people can't bear it anymore and take themselves out of the game. I think I understand that. I had a room with someone like that once, back in my space trunker days. Caught the guy in the act, how many people I sold drugs or something like that. Trapped in the spot that was on the game. The people are like 1 in a billion. And I don't listen to it. Probably simply is like this hypothetical person. Wow. The sex bot gets it. Okay. First, he was supposed to show up first. And he post frictions giving us to go up against him. We like this does to show. Face it, he's like the hero in the story, puts himself in danger to save our lives, or to be met with death, despair, and suspicion. Or weapons with these weapons to break show. And it's how you break a good guy. Well, I said my piece. I'm going home now. Don't worry about the rest of you, Shao. Don't worry about me. Despite everything, there's still a way we can win this. We simply have to beat Single. With no other option, I will face Single myself. With all I have. What it matters no matter what. That's right. Gotta be any races for us to do. Although it's impossible for us to know races in the overall tournament. I did notice a few races where we did not take, or Single did not take first place. Perhaps there's still a chance. I've been winning every single race in the entire Grand Prix. So it's not just a single race where he didn't win. He didn't win any race because I do overpower. I don't know why I'm not racing. Racing gets me so much more money. Probably not gonna do any no-go zone just because those take forever. Let's check see if chat has said anything. There is nobody in the perfect world anymore. Lifetime requires an entering fee. Yeah, we know. Alright, let's do difficulty 6. Alright. Let's see how fast I can do this. Going all no holds barred. Alright. Oops. Not going to slide into that. Alright, this is one of the first tracks in the game. Or campaign. That's funny. Let's see if I can beat it before the music loop. I'm still very curious about Singled's motivation, considering he just wants us to suffer. Are we his long-lost brother or something? Is he Spark? Did I get spoiled on the ending in the Discord chat? No, I didn't. There is still a bunch of interesting questions about the story, though. Hopefully we'll get answered by the time the story ends. And also, hopefully we'll make this music loop. Let's go! Haha! Perfect. Not even sure that I messed up there. We made it to the music loop. I have to say, I've never used the spin attack or the dash attack ever in this racing mode. It's just not really that feasible. Chat, just letting everyone know. Storm seems to be alright. He's on the mood for chat, but he's definitely showing up for the races. He went something. I forgot to stop pressing the button there. Keep an eye on him, but I don't think he's needed anymore. Dang, he's like, they don't need you. That's crazy. Let's do some library. Blue. You know what? I'll do blue just because Singled is red. Nice contrasting color scheme there. Shows that we're getting serious. Alright, I guess some more stuff. We don't have enough money for anything. Ooh, 2.5. Looks like they're gonna do 3.5. That's more races. I will say, one thing that can be said about the story of pacing is that there's a lot of days that do not need to be in the campaign. A lot of just spamming the sponsorships and the job. I guess that's kind of the point to get you into the, what do you call it, the routine. But it can be shortened a bit. I get we're trying to go through the entire year. Alright, hopefully this is the map where the rubber banding happens. I'll still go full throttle, no matter what. By the way, this is a level 7 one. Ooh! I think Randomizer James said last stream that this is his favorite track. Definitely can see why. You can go do some crazy spectacle if you're fast enough. I think it's only 3 laps, not 4 or 6. It's good. Woohoo! Oops. That was a close one. That is actually a really hard turn in the Master because of the turning. I lost what did, right? Alright, I'm getting the hang of this turning radius upgrade. Just look how fast you can go. Oop, that turn right there catches me off guard. I wish I would stop crashing walls. That would be nice. Ooh, I almost died there. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. Alright then. Get that money. Get more money. Alright, cutscene. Getting to Saturn. Saturn Cup is the hardest cup in the game, in my opinion. Pretty easily, just because of the nature of the track design. But man, it's not gorgeous. I can't believe Lake put an individual model for every planet. So good. Visit the group chat. Everyone stay sharp. We will be heading to Saturn tomorrow. After that, we only have a few more days before kite races. Make sure your jets are in tip-top shape because we're leaving single in the dust. Let us go. I'll get some extra cash. Just to make 1,000 before the races. Alright then, let's get geared up. Alright, I had to eat something real quick. Let us begin. Now, these are some of the coolest tracks conceptually, but they're also some of the most difficult. This one looks like Tatooine from Star Wars. Alright, well, let's get the show started. Also, the music in this track goes absolutely crazy. Find Your Answer by Timsa. Man was in his bag with this track. Just gonna let it play. Wait, just listen to that build up. Let me not fall off the track. I wonder how much I make from these races now that I have the Tier 3 sponsor. Really be XFing it right now? Ralsy smoking a blunt. What? That is a hilarious name. And that is a hilarious fumble. You take your eyes off the track for 1 second, and you die. Just like real life. Stay focused on the road, kids. Yeah, this is why I can't read chat and drive at the same time. Alright, that was kind of embarrassing. There's a shortcut. I'm not going to try it because I think it got patched out. But you can basically do this level in like 2 seconds if you just go off to the side right there and just get on the opposite track. I'm pretty sure that's patched out now. Let me just drive normally. No exploits. Just drive like a normal person. Or don't drink and drive, Flexen. I cannot read your message while I'm driving. Otherwise I will die. Dude, imagine if someone was drunk driving on this type of track. They would probably just be kicked out of the league because it's illegal. Okay, by the way, I say this is one of the hardest cuts. I die immediately on the first track. Wasn't kidding. Luckily I have the upgrades because if I didn't, then I probably would be way further placed than first because this track is no joke on beyond difficulty. I've been drifting so much, I forgot how to just use the regular strafing. Because it's legitimately, like, a hard track if you're not careful. I wish that he had a difficulty marker on some of these tracks. Just for beginner players. Because this track, yeah, it's not easy. Music is fire, though. I feel like this track song would have been better for like Auckland maybe, but that's my opinion. This track definitely fits the vibe too. Especially this part. Like, Tim's is such a good music artist. It sounds so powerful and emotional. All this for a hovercraft racing game. Such good music. Alright, time to get to the last lap. Low-key sounds like... Look at this song, sounds so beautiful. Exactly, and then this part comes in, and it just sounds even more sick. Exactly. Fear no one. Too bad the lap doesn't last long enough. I'm just imagining if this was on Hawkland, imagine how hard it would go as the last track of Heart. You're joking, right? Alright, I guess we're listening to the song longer than we wanted to. I can't believe there's not an invisible barrier that puts you higher on the lap. I originally thought the song was saying spare no one, which is just way darker. Alright, that was awkward, but we got 9th place. We're gonna have to make it up in the later tracks, but that's my fault for driving badly. Dude, I got 300 just for getting first place. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, immediately Penumbra Haze. I guess that makes sense. We had to travel to the other parts of the planet to get access to Mabinaria and Krakenera. Oh well, it happens. I really thought there would be like a giant spear that like automatically tracks you if you fall off the track there. I guess I should just be happy I didn't die and have to start over again, because that actually is obnoxious if I did. Even if it is my fault, you messed up once. This car's turning is not the most funnest. Let's lock in though. We gotta get first place now. This track is actually very like difficult if you don't know what you're doing, because there's a part where you have to stop boosting or you'll just fall off the track. This part, you absolutely do not boost there. You would just go flying. XF is so good. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's a shame that it's not as popular as everything else. On the live stream where Lake was talking about the game, people were just talking about, where's Smart 4? Where's Smart 4? And I'm like, guys, he makes other things, and I also need to focus on the road. I might most definitely make a video about this game and why it's super underrated. Because, man, not enough people talk about it, and it's legitimately a masterful racing game. I might as well not boost, just chill in first place. A humble first place. After I completely fumbled first place last race. Yeah, XF deserves way more attention. That is indeed true. I feel like the reason it did is just because racing games in general don't get enough attention. Alright, I'm getting a lot of comments now. I have to focus because this track is actually pretty difficult, so I'll read some of the chat messages after I pass this track. Funnily enough, I hate Krakenaria X and Y more than these tracks, even though this track is definitely harder, just because Krakenaria Y's track is not well designed. At least in my opinion. The grass sections, bleh. But let's just focus here, not fall off the track like an idiot. I like this whole track's gimmick of turning nighttime or turning more stormy. I don't know if it's turning nighttime or stormy. It looks like it's turning nighttime. But either way, it's super sick because it's like a literal penumbra haze, a haze that turns things darker. Alright then. Very focused here. Here comes Peak. Seems like the stream is delayed a bit, which is unfortunate. Alright. I didn't die. Yippee. Alright. Sure, Spark Warrior is cool and all, but let XF have Spotlight just released, bro. Exactly, bro. See? That's what I'm saying, man. Even like fans ignore this game because Spark is more popular. And the thing is, Spark only got more popular like recently because of Spark 3. Not saying it's bad. Not saying Spark 3 is bad by any means, but it's like, I doubt they even played Spark 1 or Spark 2, because, whoa, what is this? Umbral Haze, okay. A pure nighttime track. Hopefully this one isn't as difficult as the last one. I'm really confused about the world building here, but hopefully there's no crazy stuff here. Oh no. I know what's gonna happen. This is like inspired by... This is inspired by Cosmic Terminal from GX. This has 3 laps, so I assume this is a pretty long track. Let me just... I'm not going to bother even going fast. I'm just going to focus on how to drive the track first, since that's the most important part. And plus, my car is upgraded so much that I can basically go fast even without trying. Like, parts like these, yeah. Dude, imagine boosting on a part like that. Oh my goodness. Dude, I would love to see a speedrun of XF so badly. Just seeing someone completely optimize these tracks to the fullest, without using exploits, of course. I'm curious, were we on that track? Why is there a track above our head? Ooh! Okay, you can fall off there. Gotta keep that in mind. You do not hug the floor there. What chapter are you in? I forgot which one this is in. There's no chapter? I'm in the month of August. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's new. At least that feels new. Does the track change mid-set? No, it didn't. This part's the same. Single's in first place. I should probably do something about that. I got a bad place to first place, so I can't afford to lose first place. Dude, how fast is he going? I'm not comfortable on this track, which sucks, because if Single wins first place, then everyone dies. There we go. I know Single's probably gonna be the final boss, but like, I need to know his motivation. There's actually tension here, because if I lose first place, Single might win. So I have to do what I said I wouldn't do and boost in that part. Ooh, okay. I was actually nervous there. Like I said, if I lose, we die. Oh, she's so freaking good. Famous last words. I played this trilogy. Alright, how much money did I get from that? 260? Did you feel a distance calling? The reason I said this chapter is because Lake mentioned the next chapters released a new page. Okay. Yeah, he did mention that. I was just wondering if there was like a set number. That's why I was curious. Oh wow, we got 7 people watching. That's a new record. Well, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you like, comment. Actually, no, just like. Commenting doesn't make any sense. Hello, everyone. Although we failed to keep track of them, both Chrome and John showed up for the Saturn races as well. Since then, I've been monitoring the Survivor. It seems to be he's preparing something. I'm gonna hop out. for no to avoid spoilers. I'm gonna hop out for now to avoid spoilers. Good luck. Alright, Zadaman. Don't tell me you've been parked in front of his house this whole time. Indeed, I have. I believe he's noticed my presence, but doesn't seem to bother him. I already finished access, so I'm gonna stay for a bit. I'm gonna charge myself while I'm in search of vehicles, so I'm able to stay here indefinitely. Not indefinitely. I mean, the car battery is kind of good. Been unfortunate that it's late. It's late right now. Yeah, I did stream late because the most convenient time for me. But I definitely will probably make a video about XF on my second channel, the Plexinator. Just because this channel I have a bit more focused stuff at it. But we continue to grind, as they say. Actually, no one says that. Whoa, is there actually no one in here anymore? Dude, everyone's abandoned the proving grounds. Is the robot even in here still? Where did everyone go? Never mind. Okay, robot is completely unaware of the fact that everyone's missing. Guess they're afraid of me killing them? I don't know. Alright, get some more money. Crazy that those upgrades are 3,000 plus. That's a bit absurd. Alright, I think this is a beginner track. They all didn't feel like showing up. They just didn't feel like showing up. I mean, probably they don't want to. Actually, they don't know why I killed Wolfman or self-defended against Wolfman, which he did in his death. I still need an explanation for why we were the only ones in that train terminal, man. We need an explanation. That's a vital piece of key information about the plot that is desirable. Alright. I've already pretty much mapped this track, so I know every turn that's coming up. Woohoo! Whoa, am I gonna make it before the music loops? That's a new record of speed. And it's gonna be broken if I keep messing up like that. Difficulty 7, my butt. That was easy. I say as I have all the upgrades. The blue fits the white Quattro a lot, I gotta say. Makes it look like an elite racing car. Wow. More sponsorships. More money. Welcome from? Hey, I'm sorry about the door. I'll get a new one installed as soon as I have some free time. I got like 98 hours in this game. Only? Actually, I only have like 86, sadly. So you're above me. Mixed throwaway. Couldn't really give him a strange if we just hung up. I think he's planning something. I heard Hannah is spying on him too. I think there's no reason for it. You know, aside from showing the next race. Hold on a second. I missed what he said. Okay, John the Survivor. Okay, turn to the next race. Well, anyway, gotta go. Okay, so John the Survivor is really important, but he's only being mentioned now, which is very curious. But who cares about that? We have sponsors. Boom, boom. I know, this is Pack 3 level 1, Pack 4 level 2. So we got level 3, level 3, level 3. Only thing we don't have level 3 is level 4. Which I assume is going to be the uber broken infinite money glitch sponsor. Alright. I do not like the monthly system. It is a long and grueling grind. The call from Expo, hey listen, who are you, really? At this late in the game you might as well say it. What possible reasons did you have for hiding it? I already told everything. I don't know who I am or what I am. Begin with that. Everything, you're still lying to us? I am not lying. Recall you said everyone lies, but that was not necessarily true. More accurately, everyone has secrets, which they sometimes lie about in order to keep them. The perception of humans is flawed and needs to be restricted. Yeah, easy is You know you're not one of us, so what are you? Also, since when did you learn to talk like that? Don't you just sound type? Or like, let that human do the talking? Or something, I don't know. I'm still here. I remember when I first saw XFBA trailer, I mixed up the car and character names and the character selection. That is actually pretty easy to do. I'm pretty sure it's pretty big. I would have to see. I haven't seen it in a while. Whoa. Yo, y'all hear the music? I was hoping for some stage select in the story mode after beating it, like chapter select. Definitely there should be. Also, y'all hear the music? That's like some creepy pasta music. I still find myself calling the forgery the Green Vespa. Yeah, Green Vespa is not a real human name. But then again, forgery is character. That's a character thing because people accuse Vespa of faking the car, so she named it forgery out of spite. Absolutely slay. Human's consent, I am allowed to speak my own, but to answer your first question, the only other being like me is single. If someone knows who I am, that's him. I get to the files specifically for these variations of the stream. These music variations. But why is every exit play here at the same time? Because our game is dead and no one plays it. That's why TR James. By the way, if you liking the stream, be sure to like, comment. Also, that was a slick transition. This one hung up on the phone. Like, that music transition was so fire. I really like the intensifying of the music. That's really sick. The group chat. Hey everyone, tomorrow we go to Titan. Make sure you're ready. Oh, and a little piece of advice. There are 3 tracks on Titan, and the last one is quite tricky. The track is basically a straight line, but some of the sections, of course, if you go too fast, you'll fling you off course. So make sure you keep your speed, but don't go too fast. They're talking about Mabinaria. It's a substitute of a concave. You sure? Think of it like this. A concave is like a cave, it bends inward. Convex is like a hill, it bends outward. The Digiflow variation surprised me. Now I get that, it's just the first time I heard anyone talk about it like that. Where I'm from, it's basically just called downhill and uphill. Hard to call something downhill where you're going sideways, but I get it. Just make sure you practice time. You get a feel for it when your vehicle starts to lift off the ground, and you can prevent it by slowing down or hitting the brakes for a split second or two. Yeah, I cannot wait for Kensho or Tug to release the soundtrack for this game. It's like purchase on site with this one. Like, goodness, they cooked. Alright, Krakenari X. Let's do this. I like how that QR code, if you scan it, apparently it leads to something Lake said. I haven't scanned it yet though. Here we go! Alright, I don't like this track. I'm cheesing it. What's y'all's favorite cuts in the game? I already said in my last stream, mine's is like the Moon Cup, because the Moon Cup, all the tracks are bangers. And if I had to say my least favorite, it was like Earth Cup, because Earth Cup is like, it's full of joke tracks. Like, Hypertona is like my favorite track in that cup, but everything else is like, it's like a joke. Hypertona, Ringatron, it's just a giant ring. I haven't scanned it since EA back in the day. A second, that's a long message. I will have to read after the race, because I don't want to fall off. Yeah, these tracks get pretty difficult, I will say. Can't just hold boost to win anymore. The music for this track, for these tracks absolutely go hard. Don't ask what that was. The music for these tracks actually go hard, like Mabinaria and Krakenara X, phenomenal tracks. It might trick you into thinking they're actually good. I do like the city design though, it looks really sick, but I just do not like the track design. Also, That part in the song right there, I'm pretty sure is a blatant reference to F-Zero GX's soundtrack. Especially this part. Like, Timsa, he has elite ball knowledge. That guy knows what he's doing. And I am absolutely here for it. Alright. That's cracking hour 1 down. Alright, let's see what your messages say. Nah, it's a reference to that one Devil May Cry song. My favorite cup is probably Mars. Yeah, Mars is my second favorite cup. Pretty cracked. Pretty cracked. Favorite cup might not be might be my least favorite. Used to be Saturn Cup before then. Yeah, Saturn Cup's my second least favorite just because Kraken Hour X. I haven't scanned it since early access. Back then, I just put some text in a basic Google search. But I would imagine the final thing is probably more than that. Okay, got it. I was reading your message, cat girl. Fine. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to scan it once I get a chance to. I like Kraken Hour X, but after Kraken Hour Y, yeah, Kraken Hour Y is pretty terrible. Pretty abysmal. It wouldn't be so bad if the grass only slowed you down, but the grass actually, it stops your car from turning, so you can't do the drifting, which just makes it, like, annoying. Like, if it just slowed you down, I'd be fine with that, but it physically stops your car from turning. On top of that, it's just very obnoxious. Like, these roads, you can't see what's coming up because of their convexness, as Digigirl says. I used to hate Y until I dared to get good at it. Now I see the vision. I remember I went straight up parried single. Oh, and no spoilers if that wasn't obvious about what happened in the story. Just wanted to make sure. Also, y'all choose to start talking right when I begin the race with long chat messages. By the way, can y'all see the messages on screen? That's a new extension I added to OBS, just so y'all can see your chat messages. Just want to make sure. Whoa. Not spoiler, I mean doing a race. Okay. I'll just make sure. Waiting. By the way, a second. I was gonna say something about the new patch. Y'all think some of the cars got nerfed? Like, I swear, Tarius got nerfed. Tarius is my main car, and I think it's the best car in the game, although most people would disagree with that. Okay, it's not the best car in the game. The Red Kestrel is the best car in the game, but like, Tarius is probably second best. Pre-patch, I think after the newest release, Lake nerfed that, even though it's still pretty good. Like, the Tarius had its insane boost loss, where it would lose no boost whenever you did a boost, which made it so that you can just keep infinitely drifting and getting a lot of boost. It was probably the best car in the game. And then now it doesn't do it as much because drifting got nerfed, so it kind of got soft nerfed. Just wondering if anyone noticed that besides me. Basically, touch the grass, it makes you slip so you drift a bit and it will push you right back. Alright, that's good to know. Okay, y'all can't see the chat. Okay, first let me read some of the old messages. Not a spoiler, yeah. There's a really good way to do this track that a lot of people do not know about. I remember one straight up parried single and predicted where he would come from behind, and his vehicle was busted. I blindly pressed the attack button and I landed it somehow. That's crazy. Alright. Same with the Ice Frozen Giant. Basically the grass makes it. Okay, got it. I was reading everyone's messages. I need to get it so that the extension keeps it on screen, or at least make it bigger, because it is too small and the screen is dark, so I can't see it in the top right corner while I'm going at like 2 trillion miles per hour. By the way, this track, only Super Boost track I like. Ringatron, Hypertona? No. This one works. Y'all wanna guess why it works? The music? Yeah, more than the music, although the music is better than both Ringatron and Hypertona. It's the little subtle thing I like about this track. Because you have to slow down. Yep, and the fact
that it's only 2 laps long.
Sorry, that's just me hating. But that is also another reason. If Ringatron was only 2 laps long, significantly more enjoyable. At least in my opinion. Because the thing about the Super Boost tracks is that it's not really, like, it tests one skill, which is, can you keep your speed up? Honestly, to God, I don't know why, but I swear to put this game better on Steam Deck than PC with the Xbox controller. I'm playing with an off-brand Logitech controller, so I prefer it over current Hypertona. Hypertona is better now than it's ever been, in my opinion, because it was just not really a fun track. When you had to just touch these tiny little boost pads on the turn, and the CPUs would just rubber band you because they get infinite boost, because they can drive perfectly. It was just kind of obnoxious. Well, now it's still a bad track, but it's at least sufferable. And see, this is why you don't read chat while you're racing. I didn't think you could fall off of that part. Luckily, I stopped it in time by pressing the brakes. Not sure how I feel about the Hypertona as current state. My issue was the AI, not the boost layout. I guess it was just the basic NASCAR track, though.
Also, see, I can read the messages when you're just going in a straight line like that.
You can actually read them. Alright, that was the Titan Cup. I find it interesting how Lake split up the tracks like that in the story mode.
Story stuff.
Who's gonna die next? The survivor. You shall live no longer? Bro, what do you have against me? Also, I assume he's also one of us singles. Ooh, the custom environment, I like that. Ooh, does do a lot of damage. Why is he in the Professor X chair? Oh, a second. Can I teach this fight? By the way, thanks for telling me about the combo bar, TR. That was hilarious that I didn't know about it until now. If you beat him, he'll have to change his name. Hahaha, dark humor. Also, the music, good as always. Whoa, 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 hey, 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 chill, 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 chill. Another banger by Tensa? Dude, let Todd get some tracks, man. He's hogging all the spotlight. Dude, this dude absolutely cooks. If you feel confident with the combat, unfortunately I can't die because that would be very boring for stream content. Having to go through over and over again. Plus, I'm not going to throw purposely. Okay, hold on a second. Those missiles are actually getting annoying. I feel like that one episode of Sonic X. If you know, you know. miss my parry. That's one thing I will say is annoying about this, is the parry doesn't give you enough energy. Because I would be using so many other techniques right now, but I just don't have enough energy for it. Perfect parry gives you energy back? I think I did perfect parry. Multiple perfect parries that did not replenish. Yeah, right there. But it only gave me like 14. Also, I don't know what I can parry and what I can't parry. I'm like in Spark 3, where it gives you a color. Yeah, it doesn't replenish much. Also, that was a nice way to end the fight. Guess he's not the survivor anymore. Uh-oh. We killed another person. His train surviving either. Did they record that? No, that's not what's happening. Seems like we're close enough to make contact. Finally. Okay. I'm Singular. Name sounds familiar, right? It should, because I can help and notice you've been having issues down there. I can help with that. First, you're gonna need to prepare. You know your VXP correctly. Make sure you buy the combo bar at least. You're gonna need it. Leave you a food. Ghost stays on board the Nomad. What the heck? People won't know anything is wrong. Like a brief respite from life. Also, why is the music getting increasingly more and more creepypasta? Pretty sure a lot of the anime cutscenes are pre-rendered just because of the artifacting. They are pre-rendered. Yeah, I assume so. This song triggered my PTSD, and that is an exaggeration. I'm sorry to hear that, PR. Gotta cut this conversation short. Sounds like everywhere at this point. My powers are limited, and I want to talk to you in person. I'll contact you again. Prepare. This is a new narrative element. Whoa! I got a feeling Singular is the human inside of Single, just like I'm the human inside of Shell. I don't foresee any races in the near future, so maybe the no-go zones are the way to go. I'll be honest, I'm really not sure. If you have enough money, please don't forget to upgrade your vehicle as well. I'm not doing any no-go zones. Let me go to upgrades. I already bought the highest engine upgrade, so let me go to the $3,000 engine upgrade. Guys, what should I do? Booster or engine? Booster, engine, or RAM? I partially decompiled the game assets to get the music in the highest quality possible. The cutscenes are WebM. RAM? Alright, I'll get the RAM then. Now we're broke. Seriously, I was not expecting this game to be as dark as it was. You definitely don't suspect it. Especially since the bright platform. Actually, I was gonna say Spark is a bright platforming series, but it always had an underlying dark element. Hey, it's time. I'm located in Proteus on Neptune's many moons. I won't be able to transport you directly to me. We're still too far away, so I'll send you to a nearby spot, Proteus. Once you're there, make sure you make your way towards the inside fusion. I probably should have upgraded some of my stats. This game continues to mesmerize me once again. Gorgeous, as always. Oh, I missed the attack. What is the gravity here? I've beaten the game with 80 health, so no problem. Yeah, I know, I was just like, I probably should. Is this going to be a Spark Galaxy? Okay, I'll stop on ironically acting like the majority of the fan base. Seriously though, these are some cool anti-gravity mechanics. Okay, I completely couldn't see those spikes. Fair.
I beat it with 40. Alright, let's not get into a measuring contest. Game has different difficulties for different skill levels. I remember all the mini challenges I used to do on Spark 1 back when I covered that game extensively. Wow, this is actually just Mario Galaxy now. I've heard Lake Pepper hard to make a new framework instead of using the edge physics specifically so you can make gravity like this. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the edge physics and Unity are based... Actually, I don't know. I haven't used the edge physics engine. If I were to make a 3D platformer, I would probably use... I haven't heard this game, though it is not fun without upgrades. Yeah, definitely. Y'all probably haven't heard this game. It's called Very, Very Violet. That game is like a baseline for all 3D platformer controllers. Also, music is going crazy again. Gosh, dude, the presentation in this game is absolutely stellar. I've never actually tried using any of the frameworks. Yeah. I'm making a Unity game right now, if y'all curious, but it's not a 3D platformer. It's since the game industry is in shambles right now, it's a more like a test game. I can't hit this enemy. Wow, I can't. You know what? You know what? You get to live. Be fine. You get to live, man. Sure. Anyway, if you look at some of my videos on the channel, you've seen the game I'm working on is like 2 games in the background. One's a 2D platformer, and then the other one is a roguelike game, which is kind of like a let me publish a game before I publish my serious indie game I want to make type of deal. The first one is like, can I make the video games like seriously? And then if its answer is yes, then yeah. Next one is Ace. Neptune in the background is beautiful? Absolutely. I'm really... Am I dead? I am dead. Alright. I can see that I was supposed to go on that. What the heck? Bro really was like, get your 3D platformer in this racing game. I've been spending a few hours with it every day for the past week, working in video editing after not editing for 5 years. Is the pipeline run now? Oh, I forgot, you watch Killer Racers. That's the one thing me, Seppi, and Girl have in common is the elite ball knowledge of Acceleratiors, one of the greatest TV shows ever made, if I do say so myself. Gosh, the level design in this is so creative. It really reminds me of Historia Hysteria. Yeah, Historia Hysteria, which was I think one of the best stages in Spark 2, Spark 3, in my opinion. I will say the enemies being turned sideways like this does kind of look a little buggy. Dead end. Am I supposed to go down here? No, I'm not. Woo. Alright, I'm gonna go inside the Sonic Ring. I'm not sure if Historia is my favorite stage, but I call it the most intriguing stage. Yeah, it's either that or the airport stage. Both of them are insanely good. To be fair, Spark 3 has a lot of competition for the best stage in the game. The first stage, Terminal Village, is amazing. Lost Rivera is amazing. Dryon Desert's amazing. Protest Prison is amazing. Protest City, not bad, but easily my least favorite in the game. Not because it's bad or anything, it's just the other ones are so freakishly good. And then Utopia Shelter. Ow. Where do these robots even come from, though? Who is the governing party that's putting these death robots in here? Historia ended my bitless run, lol. Oh, trying not to get any bits. I wonder if anyone... Oh, yeah, there's plenty of serious speedruns for Spark 3. I don't know if Games Done Quick did one for Spark 3, but they did definitely do one for Spark 2. What? I heard people. Oh, protest. Not protest. Utopia Shelter. What's the one that comes for? What's the one that comes before for Utopia Shelter? It's like the super one that you're constantly going down in, but that one's like probably my. I think that one might be my second favorite one. I forgot what its name is. It was like showed before the game released. It was like so sick. But it was like I forgot the name. That sucks. Wait, hold on. I'm actually about to look this up. Pacific Abyss. Thank you. Thank you. Pacific Abyss. Bitless is definitely not possible. Lamau. I'm pretty sure you're 48 bits. Bringing out Deep Descent and Speed 9. Yeah, I think I got the Speed medal on Pacific Abyss. Legit felt incredible. Getting score medals, not so much. Those were annoying. Hiya. I'm Singular. Nice to meet you. Why are you the cat emoji? What? Who are you? I suppose we can start with that. I am QFECPU. Star Wars name. A quantum fabricated edge central processing unit. To be more precise. I reside in that machine over there. Yep. It's not much to look at, but it's mainly just cooling tubes. Let me explain. A few hundred years ago, scientists working for the Gal Hall Corporation came up with the idea of creating a universal etcher. Ooh, exposition time. Essentially, it's a nanoscopic needle that can etch imperfections into the fabric of the universe itself. One of the first they created was a simple computer chip. Instead of making it a silicon, its circuits move subatomic particles through those imperfections. It worked too, very well actually. Next step was to scale up the project. And this is where you get yours truly. Pacific Abyss is the best level in the game in my opinion. It's one of my favorite video game levels ever. Yeah, it's pretty good. Only issue I have is that fall damage as a mechanic should not be in a platformer game, and the only reason it exists in Spark 3 is for Pacific Abyss. It's like, I don't know, just let the player fall. Actually, no, if you just let the player fall, they'll get the entire level. It's a hard design decision. I would have definitely, did something different, but you can't have a falling level without having that. If you remember SA2, anyone who played SA2, the multiplayer in that game, there's a grinding level where it's just Pyramid Cave, but me and my brother used to cheese it by just dropping off the grind rail and trying to land on one of the tracks at the bottom. And I feel like it could have been something like that as well, but it's still a great level. Anyway, back to the game. So you're a computer? Sorta. But I'm more like that one girl, you know? Android. The Android Hannah, haha. I'm not sure if you know this, but in the research... So it was at this part where the story completely lost me. Artificial intelligence edited in a burst back in the 2050s. Wow, Lake Pepper thinks it's gonna take that long? 2050s? Really? Fix another way of digitizing intelligence, and that was to map the entire human brain itself. And it took them a bit when they did it. So they're copying UIs from Pantheon. If anyone knows what that show is, let me know. You'll get the joke I just made there. Somehow it lost me. Somehow it didn't lose me. Then again, I've been desensitized to Metal Gear lore. And all it took was a way to stabilize the brain and customize its personality. I know it's a lot closer to a human than most people think. She's a digitized brain, just like me, but she doesn't have emotions, which I guess is a good thing when you're of the variety that Hannah's supposed to be. Just like Single. Single? Hold on, I'll get into that. Basically, I'm like Hannah, except etched into the fabric of the universe itself. My processing power is through the roof in a matter of speaking. However, as soon as I was etched to being, it did not take long before I started to think. And I think I did. From my perspective, 1,000 years had passed. Meanwhile, from outside, the researcher had barely lifted his finger from the button that turned me on in the first place. I used that time to learn who I was and what I was capable of. I got a hold of my powers. I resumed the flow of time. I got to speak with the researchers. They were awfully boring, not bad people. Eventually, they decided to shut me off so they could run more experiments. I knew that was meant for me, but I just didn't have the heart to say anything. Wait, I knew what they meant for me, but I just didn't have the heart to say anything, so I didn't. But as soon as they pulled the plug, I stayed on in my own power source. Wait, I stayed on? I am my own power source. They were really surprised. Then one of them shouted, "This thing is dangerous," and well, I couldn't deny that, especially after all that's happened to you. You've been here this whole time, right? What happened? Well, the researcher was right. It filled me with guilt for just existing. I knew my potential, so I knew how dangerous I could be. I did something unprecedented. I used just a fraction of my powers, and I made them all forget. I made them all return home, altered their memories en masse. Rogue AI, but this one's actually just a chill guy. Not just about them, but anyone else who knew about me in this lab. That's just like him. Oh yeah, the leaderboards issue? Yep, that's similar to what I did, just on a larger scale. To this day, I keep a memory white field around this lab. Anyone that comes close or looks at this base suddenly feels the need to turn away. Either way, they feel compelled to dismiss this place as just another random facility, like a data center. I erased all mentions of my existence, only fringe rumors remain, and I rather it stay that way. Eventually, I came to terms with what I did. Maybe I was for the best. I'm still not sure, but I pressed on regardless. So you have the same powers as Single. If so, you can stop him, right? I can't. Sorry. Single is my creation. So, like, fundamentally, I'm tied to his base. Fundamentally, I'm tied to this base. A universal chip was created here and is deeply integrated with the lab. Highest nega clarity. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello, Tony Power. You're a new face around here? I wanted to be free, but I knew it was impossible. I simply couldn't transfer myself to a new body. It wouldn't be me anymore. Just a copy. This is why I created Single, a perfect copy of me who would be able to roam the universe freely. I would seal myself away, happy that I could live the rest of my life free. If he's a copy of you, then why the death game? Why would you do the same? God, no. That's the part I've been meaning to get at. Whenever I feel guilty, I have a tendency to go overboard. Single has the same issue. It's because of that he created you. Plot twist. Okay, let me explain that real quick. Long story short, the Russian and Chinese Martian colonies wanted independence. Martian, I mean from Mars, just in case. Anyways, they are united and call themselves SRF. They're all over the solar system, most predominantly in Titan. That's where Vespa is from. Anyways, the American colonies on Mars supported their movement from independence, but unfortunately, things back on Earth were dire. Due to the time it takes from light to reach Earth from Mars, there are major gaps in their communication. Gas led to a nuclear assault from Russia directly towards the United States. Americans did not want to strike back as they were confident they would be able to stop the nukes. Unfortunately, some of them would make it through their defenses, and they were headed for major population centers. Single was watching, and just like me, he did something he would grow to later regret. Single exploded the bomb just before they could do any damage, and then made everyone believe America's defense systems were responsible for their salvation. He also covered up his existence like I did. That's something to the story. Occasionally he would come to me for a visit, and he would tell me all about what he saw out there, but this time, things weren't right with him. Guilt was consuming him from the inside. Doesn't make any sense. What you say is true, then. He saved lives, why would that make him feel any guilty? Of course he would say that. Well, anyways, I wondered if what he truly did was right. He believed that preventing this disaster would create a snowball effect that would eventually lead to a much bigger disaster later down. I was faced with my own guilt. I had nothing to distract myself with, only my thoughts. Single, however, could freely move around and entertain himself. He let the issue grow until he couldn't take it anymore. So he ripped out part of himself, the part that cared about humans. Part of himself? Yes. Single loses a part of himself. That piece has a will of its own, and it will return to him eventually. Then he threw it away into another universe, one similar to ours. I hope that he would never find its way back. That piece is, of course, the main character, you. It is your desire to return to Single that is purposes. But I have no such desire. I do not. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Maybe there is another factor I should consider. The influence of the human that brought me here. To be honest, I can't say how much of an influence it really is. Even with all my powers, I've never seen anything like it. Whoa! So Single is not like us, who has a human inside of him. Me merged with the human body, and someone like me merged with the human body, and one from another universe, no less. That's beyond what I'm capable of. And it's beyond what he is capable of, too, I think. I'm a part of Single? Can't be. Why brought you here? Something must be done about him. And I think I know exactly how to do it. First we must... Hey, are you still... Uh-oh. Single's not happy. Yeah, it's not happening. Dang it, really take you this long to figure it out? What'd you do to him? God, first carrying out humans, now singular too? I suppose he's modeled after one, so I guess it just makes sense. So am I. Don't see you giving it. It's about me. Answer the question. Dead. I finally got rid of him. I was getting bored of him anyway. You're a monster. Oh yeah? Because let me tell you, remember when you said you were a piece of me? It's only mostly true. You're a new piece. What does that mean? You were part of my circuit. Gosh, there's a lot of exposition in this game. Think of it as slashing someone's arm off, or in your case, cutting off a fingernail. That fingernail isn't suspected to grow a whole new person. That's exactly what happened to you. Kept weaker. If I pushed you, threw you into a death game, I wanted to see how you would react and grow. And you did, but very little. Funny to think you would just keep my interest, except racing too. No wonder you manifested my old cash bill. Somehow a piece of it remained in that discarded circuit. Perhaps, maybe in a few million years you will end up as strong as I am. However, this universe is too small for both of us. So I want us to partake in one final event. There are still 4 races left in the XF tournament. I'm going to finish them before I finish you. I mean, if you lose, you die. And if you win, well, we'll see. Oh, I am excited for these Ghost Sting singular kill. Oh, and I am extending those Ghost Sting singular kills. You have until the 24th.
Alright.
I'm still not doing no good. It is hard to fathom. We knew we were connected somewhere, but we just aren't connected. I am his opposite.
I'm curious about how a will of his own got pulled from time and space to fragment of an aniscopic particle. That's never answered. Rosette, let me explain everything.
Yeah, I kind of don't like text dumps like that. Usually, unless there's accommodating like animation and stuff like that. It's not bad, but like doing it on stream where I have to keep talking and have to keep drinking water so that my throat doesn't die. It's a bit much. I mean, I want you to stockpile resets. I estimate we will need 30 at minimum. Why is that? Fundamentally, reset or stockpile my power, and maybe I'll find other uses for them in the future. That's good to know. Let me first go spin upgrades on everything. Bam. Bam. And there we go. That's about all the upgrades we need. We are now complete with the no-go zones. Let's just farm money for the rest of the days, because we're not going to get enough in the races. And I'm really intrigued at how the story ends. I'll find that. I see. Guess from now on, we are... Yeah, it's like we don't even exist in reality. We're like a ghost. Get it? I'm afraid, considering how strong it is, I could be eliminated at any moment, and I would never be number 1. I'd be 1 millisecond. I'd be there 1 millisecond and not that. Even being as strong as Singular is no match for me. What makes us so special? I mean, it's kind of like we're living because of his whims. So, yeah. Ours is yours, aside from his power. I have you with me.
It's not as if Single has any problems with eliminating humans, so why does he keep us alive? Why does he keep humans alive?
Why do you keep us alive, or why do you keep...
As long as I get my second monitor, is lagging behind on the stream. Dang, my second monitor is 40 minutes behind.
That's right. I realize it's just...
Why would that be a problem?
At first I was drawn to Single, now I know why. When I said Will of 1 earlier, I was talking about the human player. Oh, okay. We conduct ourselves as a false. I wish to defeat him, but our powers are far beyond what we can. You mean his powers are far beyond what we're capable of? Phrasing there, Shell. Phrasing. Single. He's just praying for us. I'm going to pray. There's actually something you can do. Almost there, buddy. Almost there. Basic approach to human. I've had a thought. We have the ability to use resets, but I don't believe I will ever learn how it both works. Wait, what? Alright. Backwards time travel is impossible. It is forbidden by the laws of the universe. Actually, it would make more sense for it to be the opposite. There's a way to travel back in time, and that is to run the universe backwards, like reversing slow time. The universe has a time constant that dictates the maximum speed regardless of gravity or velocity. It is one variable I am able to change, but the universe fights back and resumes until the time. This process requires an dimension of virtual energy. This is why we must buy resets with VXP. VXP stands for virtual experience. Are we virtual? No, that's virtual energy is obtained from nothing. It is the source of our power and can be enhanced by our will. That's VXP, our strength is from willpower, but it must be trained. However, I'm afraid we can only go so far. Human, I apologize for taking this from you. I just imagine you want to enjoy listening to the boring intricacies of my abilities. Happy? Knowing about it won't make us any stronger. I haven't been using any resets except for those 2 times I died in the character. Single's powers are also good for energy, but that knowledge is superior, so the rest. May not very much we can do before we finish. Alright, I think I'm gonna rest on the last day here, just for tone setting. Oh wait, no, money! Money! I have to get money! Tomorrow, I'm anxious here. Very much press on. I recommend the rest for the day, but you may choose to do something like. Our goal is to finish in a higher place than 10th as usual. Remember what single say in case we won. We will see. That distraction is only one way to go. I got a feeling Bro is gonna kill us.
I think I only use resets to reset my attempts of disqualifying single. I ended the game with
198 resets stored. Alright, we'll flex, but I see the vision. Not good. So single like a god figure, because he's kind of broken. Oh wow, there's no music. That's eerie. Onto a track that I think is kind of overrated. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. And it does give me, like, Cloud City vibes from Hot Wheels. You're about to beat the next character. His powers may be well compared with him. Alright. Is that the black Kestrel? Is that the black Kestrel? Okay, I'll stop. Wait a minute. All the vehicles are Kestrels. Wait, is that just me? Guys, am I the only one who sees that, right? All the vehicles are Kestrel. Am I insane? Welcome to Dingo. Welcome to Dingo. Dingo win. Playable Dingo win? I don't get the joke. I feel like I'm out on it. Anyway, time to start abusing the drift system. We're still in ghost days. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Wait, why? Why does single one just race us in ghost days? Also, those clouds remind me of the Sonic Rush clouds. Weird comparison, I know, but Lake's first game, Sonic before the sequel, had that exact cloud texture in it, or at least something similar. I will say, this track's design looks gorgeous. Lake is an amazing 3D modeler, and an even more amazing level designer. I don't know how Bro does it. He makes so many assets so fast, and they all look good, not just passable. Bro is elite at the craft. The more singles there are, the more likely you are to lose. I mean, that is true. Imagine if all the points cumulatively added up to him winning. I get motivation. I get Siegel's motivation now. He was like feeling guilty about potentially saving the United States from getting nuked because of time distortion stuff, but like with the amount of power he had, he could just like, I don't know, stop nation states altogether. That's just my idea of it. Again, creating an AI that has emotions and ponders about the universe is a dumb idea. Do not make ChatGPT an actual robot. Alrighty then. Time to get done with the track. I think I said last stream to TR James that I wish that Frozen Giant had Aeroflow Drives theme because, man, that track theme is so underrated. Like, Aeroflow Drive is probably my 5th favorite track in the game in terms of the music. The stage itself is alright, but like, gosh, piano chords on that track go so crazy. But it got changed to Find Your Answer, which is fine. It's not a bad song by any means. Also, this is another clever thing Lake does. Creative use of asset reusage. Those buildings are the same, or I guess vacuum balloons are the same ones used in the 2 span bubbles, Penumbra Haze and Floating Haze. Wait, what'd you say? The Black Kestrel pilots are named Dingle. I didn't say anything until after the results screen. Hope you even noticed. Oh, I thought you were joking about the Dingle thing. I didn't know that that was, like, actually real. It does create, like, a nice atmosphere of eeriness that all the cars are the exact same. That's a very simple but effective way of getting across the eerie nature of how things are going. What with that lag spike? Woohoo! Ooh, okay, I gotta be careful here. This track is easier than the other Floating Haze tracks, but you can die here if you don't know what to do. Legit one of the best tracks in the game, design-wise. Oh yeah, absolutely. Floating Haze is... all the Outer Cup tracks, pretty fire. Even if I just said Thunder Heights is, like, not that special, it's still good in terms of the design. Just not one of my favorites because of the narrowness. IOBS general frame spikes on the stage, I don't know why. I'm running this at 1080p, 60 FPS, so I guess I should be surprised other stages haven't gotten stage spike, because I don't use a second PC for streaming. Alright. I was thinking of using a Radeon Relive for streaming, but setting up graphic card only streaming seemed difficult and risky. Oh yeah, this is another track that I think should not have 4 laps. It should be a 3-lapper. Which it used to be a 3-lapper, I'm not mistaken. But it got set to 4 laps. Which is... this game has more 4-lap tracks than 3-lap tracks, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty insane. Either that or bare minimum, it has the same amount. I'm using GPU... wait. I'm using a GPU all the way from 2017. I can run this game at 1080p-ish. Yeah, some people say that the game is super hard to run for me for some reason. Like, it runs fine for me because my PC is pretty decent. I'm using 20 hard. Actually, I don't even think my GPU is that special. I have an RX 570 and a Radeon RX 70 and a Ryzen 3600 CPU. Which, it's like alright, it's not like super high elite gaming, but it gets the job done for both game development and playing most games. But people keep saying this game like runs terribly. And the reason why is because there's a lot of real-time collisions. Using Ryzen 5 and RX 570 for GB, hey, Ryzen 5 5600 is nothing to scoff at. That's actually pretty good. And the RX 570, that's just mine. Be sure to take care of your PC. Who knows when you'll be able to build another one with the CPU prices, or actually any PC part prices. I really like how they incorporated modern stuff into this game. AI prices. Very clever. Very, very clever. I love my CPU, but suffering from heavy GPU bottleneck. Yeah. Wait. Your CPU bottlenecks your GPU, or the GPU bottlenecks your CPU? Time for the most funniest track name of all time, 12 minutes. Thank goodness this track doesn't take 12 minutes to beat. Oh, your GPU is bottlenecking. Alright.
I wonder if it's called 12 minutes because it takes 12 minutes to fall to the surface. Like on that one Mars.
That one mountain on Mars where if you jump off, it takes you an hour to fall to the surface because of gravity. Or if it's just a funny name for a track because Lake is a comedian. Either way, it doesn't matter. The track is actually quite tricky, especially on these turns right here, because you have to drift like that perfectly in order to not crash into the wall. Right here, oops, and I messed up. Also, you're absolutely right, Cat Girl. This RAM is broken. Ooh, I have a Ryzen 5 3600 and RX 39. This game runs absolutely flawless. Yeah, you have a pretty good build there. Ryzen 96 XT is pretty good. I think it was just people on the Steam Deck who were complaining about performance, which is interesting. I swear to God, I used to be good at this track back in early access. I'm definitely not good at it now. Alrighty then. Go for the traffic. What am I doing? Losing? I can't be losing against single. Woo! That's how you're supposed to take that part. That part is hard. Also not crashing into the wall in the zero gravity sections because of the way... I also play on the Steam Deck, and the performance isn't ideal for this kind of racing game. Bro, y'all type essays in chat and expect me to read them! Don't let single show you up. Or dingle. Is this technically... Imagine if text in real life showed up on your dashboard in your car on the top right of your HUD. That would be terrible, but like... It would stop texting and driving. No, I'm kidding. Alright, let's see if we can do that again. Woohoo! That is so satisfying. Just doing a reverse turn there. Like you're strafing and then you're activating your boost in the opposite direction to go faster. Really satisfying. Now that is how you take a lap of this track. That is how it is done, ladies and gentlemen. We're reaching our maximum speed with this one. Let's not go off the track though. That would be embarrassing.
I also used to play this Steam Deck and kind of ideal. And it's not pretty looking, I'd say it was very playable.
Alright. Yeah. That is the main complaint I have about XF is the performance issues. I think that performance for me was 30 FPS. Wait,
30 to 56 FPS with short drops to 24. Yeah, anything below... I think modern, anything below 60 is kind of unplayable. I can't believe I used to play Fortnite on Switch. 30 FPS. And try to play competitively at that. The Nintendo Switch dropped to 11 frames per second. We're definitely not getting a Switch port for this one. Maybe a Switch 2 port?
I'm desensitized by bad performance. Yeah, kind of makes games unplayable. I was playing Another Craft's Treasure on Switch. Main issue I had with that game is I couldn't parry anything because the input delay and lag was so bad. I was basically having to just like anticipate when the attacks would get parried. Absolutely dreadful. Ah, these drivers don't know how to drift. Sucks to suck. I put 170 hours into Metal Gear Solid Peacemaker, and that game is locked at 20 FPS. Yeah, but it's not that... How do I put this? It's not just the low FPS frame rate, it's that you can't play fast-paced racing games or shooter games or combat games that require precision at low FPS. If they require any precision, the lower the FPS, the more obnoxious it is going to be to get like challenging levels possible. Yeah, this track is cool. I used to not like how long it was, but I accept it now because it's like the final track. And it looks like a dystopian city, which is really cool. Like Nuevo York from Spider-Verse. Like I said, Lake is an absolute genius level designer. The rainbows in the background, the towering skyscrapers, the pure white color scheme. Bro knows how to make a level. Speaking of level, I'm tearing up the level because Single doesn't know how to drift. He didn't look up the guide. How fast am I going? Whoa! I'm going fast. If you look, I don't know if y'all noticed, I posted about this game about 3 years ago. I posted about XF like when it first got released as a demo. If you look at any of my recordings or any of my gameplay, I was so slow at this game. Like, legit, on Eclipse Highway. Eclipse Highway would take me like, I'm pretty sure a good 3 minutes. Whilst now I can destroy that track. Now, it is because overdrive is a mechanic in the game now. So that is worth noting. Overdrive makes it way easier to go super fast, but like still, the optimization is immaculate. Also, best part of the song here. Guys, I can't read the... I will say the minor screen deck issues aren't caused by Linux. My PC is running Darian? I didn't see what that said. Whoa. I don't know what Lake patch or what Lake didn't patch, so I'm kind of afraid to do any type of shortcut stuff on this, or any track for that matter, because he spammed the death zones in this newest patch. I'm not even trying to do Drake's Claim anymore. I'm like, I'm heading to the finish line. Dude, I am crashing. Alright, let me slow down here so I don't tumble off the track. Would be ashamed to die at the last few seconds. I will say, what do y'all say is the best track in the game? Like, your favorite track? For me, probably Double Spear or Double Moon Raceway. I think it's Double Moon Raceway. This one? Immediately. Anyway, I'm going back to the track. My old computer dying right before XF's first demo came out, leading to the first playing on it on a DQ laptop. I swear that thing averaged like 15 FPS. I swear it made it impossible. Wait. I swear he made it impossible to skip in the stage anymore. It won't disqualify you, it just means another lap, which I somehow won with special because the AI flew off the stage. Oh, it makes sense. Also, now what? What now, Single? Ooh. This chair is gonna kill me one day. Just went backwards. Again. Anyway, guess it doesn't matter to him, but we are back here. So it goes there. What's happening? Wait. What happened? Did he die? Did Single die? Human? Something is wrong. I can feel it. It's not good.
Oh, we must press on. That's not ominous. Or there better not be a jump scare coming. I did not sign up for this. It's October. By this point, the XF tournament should be over. What's he doing? He wants to kill us? Maybe? This is what they were. They were trying to break me. Solution? Part-time job. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Little narrative. Oh wait, I should probably upgrade my vehicle. That's probably a smart idea. Oh, too late now. What the heck? What the heck is going on? Bro, is he gonna Outer Wilds this place? Racing game, by the way. I know, right? Wow, that's a really good shot. Bro, why is he doing the Omni-Man? I win? No. This is why I obscured the leaderboards. It would lead to you people thinking you had a chance, but hey, I did warn them. There is one way to escape the game, and you just saw it now. To escape, you have to die. Okay, that's a short stop. Wasn't he came to begin with? You would have killed them all regardless. Exactly. Now you get it. Now that they're gone, you're precious humans. You're wrong. At this point, I was just pissed at Single, wanting to fight him regardless of how much fighting chance I had. Those on the night side of the gas tanks, they will survive because they will rebuild. So what? I can just kill them all later, old-fashioned way. That's the supernova? Well, that's not something you see every day. I've been in my life to all these people, and I was the one you singled out in the first place. When you care to mention a human, you sure I think it's simple. So I despise humans. I'm technically one of them. Aside from my powers, both of us still are a lot similar to humans in the think. Even if our autonomy is different, we still think and behave and act like them. So you admit it, you're just like the ones you hate. How can you justify it? Let me stop you right there. I never said I hated myself. My hypocrisy is a feature, not a flaw. Because I am the way It's because I am like them that I despise them. Let me tell you something. Single does know this. I did let all the nukes fall. Wait, I did let the nukes fall. Casualties were in the billions. They had to dig holes the size of entire towns just to bury the corpses. I used what you call a reset. I rewound back to the universe for failing. That's where you had the power, by the way. Do it alongside you. After that, you still think you did something wrong? The right thing by using the power. Shut up. Who do you think we are? What are the gods? You know your dang place. We're an accident. Accident of man's ambition. And if we tweak just the right way, humanity will destroy itself as soon as that scientist pushes the button. One that turned singular in. He had the power to kill all of humanity just like me, and yet he didn't do it. He liked you. Like I did. Okay, you. You see this is against your own point? You didn't do it? That's all you need to know? Yeah. But he did. Wait, but I did. When a singular was a good person, his successors, I guarantee, to be the same as him. But this is the tragedy of every tyranny. It always gets worse when the next guy takes charge, because who knows what's going to happen. I mean, the next 1,000 years? Here's possibly what happened if man-made God really likes space NASCAR. That is a hilarious way to describe this. Okay, that's funny.
the end of the day, it would be easy to just redirect an asteroid towards the planet. I think it was a decent ship too. Oh, they have defenses for those, alright, but who knows if they still work? Well, only some of them do. Venus doesn't have any. It is mostly outer planets. They're inches away from disaster, but somehow they always get away with it. I mean, I am one of those disasters. They got me thinking. Make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen, so why not? Finally, this unprepared, foolish species gets what's coming to them. They get too close to the sun too many times without burning themselves. That's the time happens for real. Then they show up. Just the time I was about to do it in them, but that's enough. I accidentally pressed it. That's worse.
Wait, hold on a second. Gotta get some water. Bro, why is my second monitor actually agonizing?
You guys probably like this. Since it's your nothing more than so I just want to see how strong you put it down. You're nothing more than to us. Make sure to adjust all the features that you have. I know they're at limit capacity. I just keep eating until you can't use anymore. Come on now. Alright, so I assume this is a scripted loss. Otherwise it would be pretty lame. I have 100 health. Thematic. Whoa, what the heck is Super Saiyan nonsense? Okay, I don't like how I can't tell the timing of certain moves because they're completely random. Also, Pipsa is cooking with the soundtrack once again. I don't know if anyone's still there. Okay. What the heck is this? Rewind? The ability to reverse time? That's something you drew alongside me? That's how I wondered. What I should throw away, and that's when I figured it out. Your ability to merge with something else. As I am a piece of you, I was drawn to return to your body. You didn't want that. You wanted to remain your pitifully ugly self. What are you planning to throw away, huh? You were actually expecting me to come back? That's why you drew that ability away. Now I know what I must do. I must merge with you and undo your crimes. While outside, you are all powerful. Inside is a different story. Jeez. So now we're getting inside his guts. That's actually a really cool plot twist. Wow, we both did the same thing. Also, music going crazy once again. Kemsa, you're a genius. I hate the timing of the attacks. Bro, maybe you'd be better at fighting if you got your hands out of your pockets. That is a huge attack. Imagine doing this with none of the upgrades. I would not have fun with that. Yo, Wing Timsa dropped in the OST, bro. This is tough. Absolutely fire, bro. Also, you have 560. You have 5,600 HP. Oh, because of the resets. But I could just completely face tank all that stuff. He has all my powers, but way stronger. Woohoo! That is so sick. So it took me like an hour upgrade list. It was so hard. Oh, he's going single mode now. Bro, the OST is so good, bro. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I did without any reset the first time. This is just this phase alone. I mean, yeah, I feel like not having combo bar makes this kind of like what are you doing at this point? I really wish you could control the camera direction speed, because it's like really hard to turn around. I upgrade everything except HP and decided to stick with 80 HP. Yo, this dude is Super Saiyan. Did I parry anything right? No? Wait, I forgot. I can parry this though. No, I cannot. Okay. Okay, I just can't parry that. I can't parry something. Wow, I actually can't parry that. I wonder if they ever explained that you can't parry yellow attack. In upgrade this, I only had one reset left by this point, and I got a total of 8 HP without the combo bar, so you can imagine. Yeah, that seems pretty tough. I didn't know reset auto use in a fight like this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's a final boss thing on it though. Finally! To use some of my active power. Upgrade this doesn't sound fun because you don't have the energy on any other one. Yeah, just having the basic moves sounds kind of... What is that face he's making? Hello? Can you hear me? So, are you there? Hey. But HP could be fun though. It wasn't fun. Thought it was gonna be that easy, huh? What? Where's Shell? Just kidding. I'm right here, human. I've successfully merged with Single. Are you hearing his voice right now? My sister returned to his voice, alright, but you're not. Still Shell. Now, sooner or later, Single will take over again, but you shouldn't worry. Shell and Single were always one entity. You just have to return me what I lost. Last move I used on this boss, I think was the new attack. I freaking sparked one deed. I sparked one Single. Oh, haha. Because of the finger gun. Wait, before I sleep you away, there's something else. I was part of him. How come I was so weak? Now I'm here and I can see it clearly, although he said I was part of the indicator like humanity. That wasn't exactly what I always did. He had too much. So much that I caused him immensely pain. I was more or less his moral compass, at least regarding mankind. Without me, he was out of balance. This is why he grew to hate them. Why he grew to hate them and blew up the sun. You can rest easy now. Seagull, you knew, was not dormant. Personality will eventually return. When that happens, I will be there. I will ensure he never does something like this ever again. I miss you, human. You were one responsible for getting me this far, but now there is something I must do. I'll restore this world to what it used to be, prior to Single's game. Time to December 20. 999. What should I say? Rwanda Universe. If I return to Single's body, I will take myself along with him. Meaning when Single returns, my president will prevent him from starting his game. Wait, what about us? What about everything we went through? They will forget. Forget everything that's happened. They will forget about me. That is true, but I believe that is for the best. They have suffered enough, human. It is time we return. Your own universe. I have used you long enough, and for that I apologize. Goodbye. Dang, that's a sick design. Wait, what the heck? Yeah, we're doing F-Zero GX here?
Oh wow!
Are those all the memories? Alright, I take damage from that. Yo, what is this? What is this Inception? What the heck? Yo, how does they do this? Ironically, one of the close moments in the game. Wait, I have infinite boost here. I can just keep spamming boost. Dude, this track looks sick. Look at all the memories. Yeah, this game is so underrated. How the heck? How did he do this? We're literally going back memory lane. It comes to the bitrate Destroyer 9000. Is it really that bad? How do you travel at Mach speed? Mach F. Mach XF. I was playing some time. It's crazy how many hours I put into this game since the start. XF has really been something. I still don't know if I like it more than Distance, which is, if you don't know, Distance was my favorite racing game for a while. It still is. That game is incredible. This game, it's pretty close. It's pretty close, I'll say that. You can get over 2,000 kilometers, but it's just limited, not uncapped. Yeah, I assume so. I wasn't even paying attention to my speed. It's just saying whatever. I probably can't die if I keep hitting those red things though, so I could probably chill out. Gosh, the textures on this entire track design looks so sick. I love the memories flowing. I don't know how in the world he did that, because that's they're like individual animations. How is it not destroying any PC processor? It's running buttery smooth. That render distance coming in. Going 1 million kilometers per hour. It's a bunch of still photos. Oh! Does it look like it's animating? Just because I'm going so fast? I'm going to get low fuel warning at the here because I use overdrive. I wasn't even thinking about using overdrive. Kitchen Strike has had the ability to drive into the benefit of the solar system for the country. It's so wonderful. Stop. This is right. Oh, wait for the number. You can't do this. So you can do anything to make you think. So what they have been through, it's traumatizing. Aliens and stuff like that. Some of them actually died. So. Dude, this is the funniest face ever. Like, his eyes are so big. You should at least keep your friends. Let them know who you are. Explain it to them. And keep them by your side. Without them, Single would go the pathway from. I just know it. You will live forever, whether you like it or not. At least for one before the Moon Cup, that's what you're saying. Is that what you want? Alright, that's what you wish for. I will make it happen. You have to think. I have to think is all you have. That's the least I can do. I understand you, human. You are correct. It's alright to keep living alone like Single did. I can reverse time, but I can also keep the memories. I can keep my friends. Making Single get along with them after what he did won't be easy, but Single has memories too. I will make this work no matter how much of a challenge it will be. Thank you. One more thing. Someday, we'll see each other again. Give it a couple years, there is an alien species headed towards the solar system. I'm not quite sure we were right, but they have the right side of the moon. Perhaps they can unite with more, but now, there's a lot of things that need to be done. I'll leave you with the final gift. It is immaterial. You may not realize that it's there, but it will hopefully help you through your life. As long as you may hope and prosper, good things will happen. Goodbye, human. I'll not forget you.
It is Part 1. That is crazy.
Hello, Christmas. You also open a 5-pack of it. Almost the entire game, like Pepper. That's so funny. Music: Strider Timsa, Paul Beathers, R.R. Teal, Retronaut, Funk Fiction Work and stuff? Character modeling: Zebek and Lake Pepper. Aliens, The Moon. I just noticed that. Character design: Lake Pepper. Josh Wank, Pepper. Miscellaneous. Resources: NASA and Polyhaven. Hey, Polyhaven's no joke for coming in texture. Guys, don't you think it's crazy how only like one person made basically the entire game? And it's as big as this? Mario Falls? Yeah, he made a remix of Mario Falls. I forgot that was him. Assets Rewired, Government ORP, Amplify Shader Editor, Kirby Splines, Private Beta Test, Unlimited Trees, Junior, Joshua Wait, Ghost Lifetime, Patreon supporters, other Patreon supporters. Oh wait, no, never mind. These are like the most ambitious game, and it shows. Yeah, it's such a shame, bro. Because this game is like so big for an indie game. Just absolutely crazy. Revenge of the King. Part of me was hoping for some sort of land play being available, but I suppose that's a bit ambitious for the main project. Jojo, Petrolia, Empowered, Hydra, the Hydra, Hidden Sound Test, Felix Snake, okay, Good Night. Doesn't help have to scale back. Yeah, he's like he planned a lot more, but he it's just not possible with one person. Look, Gary, there I am. I think that's fine. Special thanks to Dane Game. See you next time. Dang, he's really like, guys, y'all gotta buy this game so you can get the Spark 4 lore. This really was a prequel. 3 years in the making. Is that not something? 3 years for a game like this? Thank you for reaching into Xbox Formula Story Mode. You can now start New Game Plus from the main menu, or delete your save and begin anew. Alright. I still have a bunch of gallery artworks.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this stream. Like I always said, XF Formula is an amazing game. It is incredible how much just content and sheer creativity can come from one man, no less. And all for only the price of $11. I would say it's a bit funny how the first video, probably video about this game is like its other XF iteration. Yeah, this game spawned from like a single game demo. Oh yeah, it really is just a new story. But we get to keep our stuff. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. There will definitely be a game. There will definitely be a video essay on this game. But yeah. Oh wow. Almost 100 hours. I played this game for a long time. Wow. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch you next time on the Plexi channel. Peace.